another edition of the Cheesesteaks Takes podcast show, the only multi-generational podcast show that covers Philadelphia sports talk. I'm Colby Marshall here with my father, Troy, his buddy, Chuck Butler, his sons, Noah and Drew Butler. We've been talking Philly sports all year, fellas. We're now going into the last week of the NFL season after the Eagles have won their third game in a row and are going in as champions of the NFC East to the last week of the season with the chance to get the number 2 seed if things work out in their favor. They beat the Buffalo Bills, which was a marquee matchup we were looking forward to after beating them 2 years ago in Philly, which was a high-scoring game. We expected, I guess, the same, but the defense showed out, as we know, shutting down Josh Allen in that offense. So, fellas, we're going to talk about that game to kick off the show. I'm going to kick it to you first, Noah. What were your biggest takeaways from the Eagles win, and how do you feel? Definitely want to get your take on how you feel about their chances of getting that number 2 seed, but talk to me about what your biggest takeaway was from their 13-12 victory over the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo.
No, I thought in the first half, I liked some of the things we were doing. We got to the under center play action game well. Actually, the first drive was terrible. Sorry, forgot about that. We passed like 3 times in a row. It was pouring rain. Went 3 and out. But after that, like our drives weren't too bad. We moved the ball pretty well. But the defense was just amazing all game. I thought they made Josh Allen look like I don't know. I haven't watched a game that Josh Allen played. He looked that lost out there. In the second half, like once again, for like probably the 5th time this year, they just forgot how to play football, I guess. I saw somewhere that 4 out of the last 5 drives, they ran the ball like on the first 2 downs, like on 4 of the last 5 drives.
Yep.
And they were for like 2 yards every time. It felt like they were like hitting the backfield. Like Cam Jurgens is just like instantly swim moved. He's just hitting the backfield. Saquon gets back to the line of scrimmage, luckily, and then we just do like a boring pass concept on 3rd and long, and Jalen just like doesn't see anything, scrambles out, and just throws it away. But I watched some of the film. He really didn't have anything. There was like a couple. There was 7 dropbacks, no 8 dropbacks in the second half, and I could say on like one of them he like had like a flat open he didn't take, but there really was nothing. Like I hated everything I was seeing. I don't know, like they just continue to be passive in the second half, like when they have like a little bit of a lead.
Yeah,
Like I don't know why they think that 13 points is like enough to like play so passively against against the best second half team in the NFL. The Bills have came back in the second half a bunch of times this year. I don't know. I just hated every single thing about it. I don't like the run schemes we're getting to. Like I feel like they're asking. Like sometimes they ask like Fred Johnson to like block like a backside linebacker, like catch him on like they were running to the left side. He's on the right side, and they'll ask him to like run and catch him and like reach him.
Yeah, he can't
All
get
the way on
time.
the other side of the field. Like I don't know what they're calling. Like even in high school, like my high school coach would like have us, if we're playing a different front, like we're gonna run this and we're gonna run power this way instead. I don't know how an NFL offensive coordinator can't figure that out. I'm tired of seeing him and Sirianni do the little like frat bro little thing they do. I'm tired of hearing Sirianni
The
talk like
Batch
after the
Brothers.
game. Like I don't know. But the defense looks amazing. I love the defense. And somehow even how terrible the offense is, like we could still win the Super Bowl because that's just how the NFL is this year. I'm not really scared of anyone except for the Rams, really, and like the Seahawks. The Rams, like, but we beat the Rams all the time somehow when we suck. I don't know. I don't know how we do it. The Seahawks, we've never beat them like in our franchise history. I don't think so. Maybe they'll beat us again. But like they have Sam Darnold as a quarterback. Like he doesn't really scare me.
Hmm.
And the
Yeah,
AFC is pretty weak.
Yeah, would hate to lose to Sam Darnold. But yeah, you're right, Noah. Just to touch on a few of your points, like I think they put themselves in a lot of holes on first and second down. You saw a lot of third and longs. And in the first half, they converted on a few. I think Jalen Hurts played phenomenal in that first half. He made a lot of big time throws. Uh, the play calling was okay. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was good enough for them to move the ball on a lot of their drives. And then that second half, it just 16 total yards. That's unacceptable for a football team. I don't care what the conditions are like. I know it was not the best conditions to throw the football, and Buffalo struggled, having some drops, and our defense made it tough for them as well. But that's no excuse to get that conservative to where you only score 16 points. And I know your defense is balling out, but like you said, Noah, you have to help them out, and you can't expect them to win you every single game like this. Hopefully they don't, and this sort of thing doesn't happen again, but it's so late in the year. You have to wonder if things will change. And yeah, you touched on like a few of the personnel things, like with how they used Fred Johnson. Another thing that stood out to me was, I don't know if you guys remember, late in the first half when they had the ball in the red zone in the Bills territory, it was like 3rd and 8, and they ran a bubble screen for Dallas Goedert. And they had Smitty and Dotson on that side blocking for Goddard. Like, why do you have two of your worst blocking wide receivers on that side for that? It wasn't a bad play, but that personnel, it doesn't make any sense. Smitty got blown up, and Dotson didn't block anybody. And Joey Bosa had a clear shot at, like, Dotson should have blocked Joey Bosa. He's getting blown up either way, but he didn't block anybody, and he gets right to Goddard. To your point, no, I don't get how like NFL coaching staff in the NFL does not recognize that sort of thing and is not more prepared for a situation like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was.
it should be the opposite. It should be Goddard is a good blocking tight end. Just throw a bubble screen to Smitty and have Goddard block. It's simple.
Right.
It's too easy. It's too easy for these coaches. That's it's too simple for them. They want to be considered geniuses, so they have to do things a little out of the box, I guess.
Right.
Sometimes it just
There
bites them in
was
the ass.
there was also times they were having Goddard like at fullback, like coming up the middle, like trying to head up block like a D tackle. Like I don't know what they're, and he obviously you could tell like he doesn't want to do it because like I don't blame him. Like why are they having Goddard coming up the middle like taking a D tackle on head on? I don't know. They just, I haven't seen a lot of like Grant Calcaterra recently. They've been using Cameron Latu instead,
They
and there
they
were
ran some
times,
they ran some 13 personnel. Did you notice that? No,
yeah.
actually
But
worked.
they've
There were
been,
some of the running plays.
but they used to just throw like
They
Calcaterra in there. But now they use
they
Latu a lot more. He's way better of a blocker, and like typically when he's in the game, like they run the ball a lot. So like there was a time when they scored
Yeah,
the touchdown with Goddard, they had him in the game. They thought he was gonna run, and they ran play action off of it, which I liked.
yeah.
Goddard was
Yeah,
wide
that was
open.
that was a nice play.
did they run
Listen,
that 13 personnel in the second half much? Did you
I
notice?
didn't notice that. They when they did run it, like Saquon ran well. Um, but they stopped doing it in second. To your point, no, guys, I get it that we want to talk about how bad the offense was in the second half. I do just want to like shed some light on this defense real quick. Um, I thought they put on like a master class on how to like play Josh Allen. Now I know the Bills had some players that were hurt, but we didn't have Lane Johnson. Um, so I mean that's a big deal for us. But they had 5 sacks with 4-man pressure, and they've had 18 sacks in the last 4 games with a 4-man front, which I think that's what they were doing in the Super Bowl last year. So I'm
Right.
super encouraged. They seem to be getting better and better. And I thought, Troy, you made a really good point in our group chat yesterday. You can't give Josh Allen so many shots at it. Like they
Right.
were stopping him. And then the offense will come out, 3 and out, run, bad pass, and then Josh Allen will get back on the field. It was just a matter of time before he became Superman. And the
Right.
defense can only do so much when they're on the field for so long. But I
There
thought
was
they
one
played
series.
great.
There was one series in the second half where the offense was on the field for, I think it was maybe 45 seconds of real game time.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah,
That's how bad it was.
and that the defense still like did their thing.
Defense. Yeah, they
It
did.
I
was-
thought
it was
Jalen Hunt
amazing.
was great. By the way, 3rd-round pick was great. 2 sacks. Jalen Carter came back big. That block, he had that big sack. He played great. This defense is getting better and better, and I'm super encouraged. Like Noah said, I think I'm not really afraid of anybody except the Eagles. I'm afraid of them.
Yeah.
This offense, just getting back to the offense. This is why I didn't give, like, when we had the Green Bay guys on and we had Shelly and Jeremiah on, and I don't want to give them any credit because they don't, like, the Eagles stopped themselves. It's not like the other team stops them. They stopped themselves. They have really good personnel. And you saw that in the first half. They were moving the ball. And I'll give Sirianni credit. 2 minutes to go in the first half, where he usually like plays for a punt, if anything, or just wants to run out the clock. He looked like he was playing, even though they only got a field goal, it looked like he was playing for a touchdown, which was super encouraging to me. Like, I'm going into halftime thinking, okay, great. This is like a different looking team. But then they come out. Bills have the ball first.
Right.
The defense gets them out 3 and out.
Yep.
Then the Eagles get on the field. I think they ran 4 plays, I think.
Yeah, they actually got a first down with Saquon. He got a 10-yard gain.
Okay.
And then they ran it twice. They ran for 5 yards. Saquon then ran for 10, got a first down. And then they dropped back and pass. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. And then it was a run. Saquon, -2 yards. So it's 3rd and 12 at that point.
I kind of get it's your defense is playing well. I kind of get what their game plan in the second half a little bit. Defense is playing well. It's rainy. Let's run the ball. I kind of get that philosophy, but you have to be a little bit more like creative. And I know it's easy for me to say, but we all knew, like the whole stadium knew, like it was run, pass. Like we knew that was coming. I'm not offensive coordinator, so I don't know what they need to do, but like they need to mix it up. They can't. Whatever we're doing in the first half, I think, and that clip that Noah sent in the group chat when Jalen was kind of explaining, like we weren't aggressive, and they weren't, and they can't go into the playoffs like that. And what scares me, it's the last thing I want to say about this. What scares me is you saw Sirianni going in the tunnel after the game, like so pumped up, like he did something. I would, if I would want my coach to go in like angry, like we came out with a win, great, but this is unacceptable.
Yeah,
we need to be better. And he didn't do that. It seems like he was like just thrilled that they came, as he should. I mean, it's a big win. It was a big win, but defense played well. That second half offense, though, oh my God, it was so predictable. 13 points against the 29th ranked rushing defense. That's insane.
That's
I
why
got a question for everybody.
I don't understand the first series. You come out and you throw 3 straight passes, right? They have one of the best passing defenses.
This is first possession of the game.
Very first possession of the game. You come out and throw 3 straight passes against the team with the 30th ranked run defense. I don't understand. Maybe they don't have confidence in the offensive line. Listen, at some point in time, we're going to have a conversation about Cam Jerkins.
Troy. Listen, they're not the best offensive line in the world, in the league, but they are average, like maybe a little above average. They're decent.
What are we talking about? We're talking about the Eagles?
No, I'm talking about the Eagles' offensive line. I think they're like slightly above average. The problem was, and you saw it, and Noah brought this up at one of the last podcasts, So the Eagles line up for a run. The Bills stack the box, but there's so little time on the clock for Jalen to change the play. Like they get to, I think they're last in the league in running a play. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a lot of time left on the clock for Jalen to change it up. So
No,
even if
that's
it's
not.
a
Listen,
run and the box is stacked, they have to run the play because there's not enough time to audible.
If you have 17 seconds left on the clock, you have time to throw an audible in there.
No, they don't get to the line fast enough, Troy.
A lot of times, okay, sometimes they don't, but most of the times they do. And even those times, there's always a guy in the backfield because our offensive line can't block. They can't block anyone, it seems, anymore.
Did you listen to Sirianni's press conference today? Because a reporter asked him about that. Reporter asked him. He said, "You guys, the Eagles are last in the league in like getting to the line, like having enough time on the clock. The box is full. How do you get Jalen? Like if Jalen has the freedom to audible, why aren't you giving him enough time?" I'm kind of paraphrasing.
Right.
He even said like he doesn't have enough time to change the play.
And what do you say?
In general, now there might have been some opportunity in yesterday's game a little bit, but you saw it on TV. Everyone knew they were going to run. The box was stacked, and they still ran the play.
So what was his answer to that, to the question? Like why? Well, basically, what I want to know is why does it take so long for them to get to the line? Is it?
I don't know.
Is it just the play call is just coming in late? Is it miscommunication between Jalen and Patullo? What is it? Is it Patullo waiting for Sirianni to sign off on a play call? What could it be?
When I watch the game, I see them literally. It'll be like 12 seconds left, and then they finally are like walking up to the line. Like 12 seconds left. You gotta look at what's happening. Boom, boom, boom. And then by the time all that's you gotta make all your calls, protections, do your audible if you have to, and then by the time he's done, there's 1 second left every single time. And you don't think that the D line is looking at the clock right behind the quarterback, like, oh, 1 second left. I'm jumping right now because if I don't, like, it's either delay a game or like they get a perfect jump on the snap.
Yep, they get.
It happens every single time. Like I don't
know.
And you could say it's the quarterback or like it's the offense, but like at the end of the day, it's the coach's job to fix this. This has been a problem since week 1. The coaches need to fix that. Like what?
I think I have one solution.
You're right, Noah.
And you can't do
right.
You can't do it all game, but run a hurry up offense. The Eagles seem to play better when they run a hurry up offense, right? You don't have to do it all game, but in key moments, you come out the second half, run hurry up.
Yeah.
Your defense stops, run hurry up. Keep their D on the line. And listen, maybe it'll be a lot easier to run against the 30th ranked defense if you start running hurry up. I don't know.
Great point, Troy.
They never do that. They never.
Well, they ran tempo at the end of the first half.
Outside,
when they got that field goal, but they were attacking like they were trying to get a touchdown, which I was like, oh my god, like this is a different team.
Right.
You're right.
I expect that. Nice. I definitely expect that with under 2 minutes to go, you're trying to get a score, but just in like the regular flow of a game, I feel like I remember old Eagle teams. Remember the Chip Kelly days? They'd run. That was their style of offense to always run hurry up, and this team never does that. I feel like they have the playmakers to keep guys off balance, and if the offense has been this stagnant for so long, why not try it? You know?
Yeah. The Eagles don't
make sense.
The Eagles don't like doing things that are like beneficial, like things they're good at. Like they're good at play action under center. Like Jalen Hurts has been, even his regular under center, like his numbers is better under center. They're great. They're also great in empty. Like they're great in all these things, and they just never use it. Like I don't know what's wrong with them.
Yeah, Drew, what did you want to ask? Hold on, Drew, what did you want to ask?
With that pass interference that happened or wasn't called.
Which one against AJ? Against AJ?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I
Jalen
didn't
got
see the
protected.
game, so like so from my perspective, like I was working that day, and by the time I got home, it was the second half. Eagles are up 13-0, and as I'm eating my dinner, Buffalo Bills get another touchdown, and then they get another one. Again, the offense. And what we were criticizing the offense, and I was talking about the pass interference or lack thereof being called by the refs. Do you think that inability to structure some type of pipeline towards a better, way to a touchdown, do you think that gave the Buffalo Bills an advantage in compromising our defense in a way?
I think that was a horrible non-call. I think AJ could have sold it a little bit better. He kind of like, which is not him. Usually he's like bitching at the refs about something, and he didn't sell it. It was a terrible call. And then who got the net? Then the Bills got a pass interference by it was with
They got a
what's his
call.
face?
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Quinyon.
Quinyon, yeah. So it was some bad some
There were some bad calls. Devontae Smith
Yeah.
caught the ball. They called it an incomplete pass.
That's what I remember the most.
yeah,
Okay.
that was a bad
And listen,
call,
that was
too.
in the second half too. I mean, that would
I
have
know.
got us a first down. That was like a 20-yard pass. That was a key
Yeah,
moment.
it was,
That was a key
But-
moment.
I guess I just want to say, I know I'm repeating myself. I do understand, like coming in the second half, your defense is playing great. The weather's bad. Let's run the ball. I get that. However, if you have to give Jalen some time to audible. Like it's no room. It's so many people in the box. You can see it from the TV. And they're running right into them. But it doesn't seem like he has enough time. I'm gonna challenge everyone to watch, listen to Sirianni's press conference when he was asked that question. Troy, word salad, word salad, word salad. Like he's
That's
not
why I can't
answering the
listen to
question.
him. Yeah, that's why I can't listen to him.
I can't. And they even
I don't
asked him, I
think-
know we're gonna
listen.
talk about like if they should they go for, the 2 seed or rest their starters? He was asked that like 3 different times, 2 different ways. It was just word
Then-
salad. I wish CC would be like, I'm not telling you. Like what would Bill Parcells say? He's like, he would be like, I'm not telling you. I don't want to give the team an advantage. I'm not, like, just be truthful. Sirianni is just like, oh, we gotta look at the tape, we gotta do this, I gotta talk to this. Dude, just
I don't
have some
think
balls
it's
and be like, I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
think it's
tell you
just
what we're
us.
doing.
It's not just us who I think are tired of his voice. If you notice the way AJ Brown looked at him in that tunnel, he was like, if you don't shut the F up right now, like he was just like, I can't stand this dude.
That was priceless.
And I'm sure,
That's-
and like if it could have been any other player, and they probably would have had the same look on their face, like,
Yeah.
get this guy away from me. I'm sick of
Yeah,
it.
and that's my point. Why are you I can understand it's a big win on the road against a Super Bowl caliber team. I do get that, but you gotta go in that locker room like, you know what? We won, great, but we need to be better. He act like he won a Super Bowl. I can't. Hey,
Listen,
LeBron,
I've
his
come to
record
the
is-
conclusion, and I always want to give everyone credit when they won a Super Bowl. I want to give everyone their flowers, but I've come to realize that they won the Super Bowl despite Nick Sirianni. It wasn't he had nothing to do with it. Literally,
You might
like
be right.
I've come to that. conclusion.
I to be fair, I think that he had.
I try to
some
be fair, son. I try to be fair, but I like yesterday. Just he's an adolescent to me. Like the way he came
Troy-
up that tunnel was just.
Troy and Kobe, hold that
I
thought.
can't
Hold that
stand
thought.
Absolutely.
The only thing I'm gonna push back on is, once again, I know it's super edited. They're gonna make everybody look good. He does come off as a leader in Hard Knocks. Like he's like setting the vibes, good vibes. He's talking to everybody. He seems to have a good relationship with everyone on the team. Again, I know it's edited, but he does come off like a leader in the locker room. I don't know what it is about him. And Troy, you can't argue his record, and you can't argue
No, I
his record
can't.
against winning teams.
No,
Like, he
you're
gets
right.
the
You're
team up
absolutely right.
for
That's
winning
why.
for good teams.
That's
So I
why.
know what
Listen,
you're saying. He
I
comes off
try to
like
get
a
him his flowers, but gosh, man, like I just want him to grow up a little bit. That's all. Just
yeah. Yeah. I
No,
totally I get it.
that's fair.
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say, son?
I was gonna say that I think that he had a lot to do with them becoming the team that they are. When you
Mhm.
think about when he took over and pretty much uprooted the culture, I think they have arguably the best. And at least in recent years, they've had the best culture in all of the NFL. Like a lot of guys want to come play in Philly, and I think he has a lot to
That's
do with
fair.
that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
Great
Yeah.
point. It's a great point.
then to counter that, he hasn't done a good job of upholding, or I guess the best job of upholding that culture. And I guess more so than that, we haven't seen improvement year by year that I guess we'd like to see from Nick Sirianni when it comes to
Not
his
on
No,
offense.
it's
maturity
just like yeah,
too.
and that and like it's always it seems like a step forward, then they take a step back, then a step
Right.
forward, then another step back. So that plays a part into it also. They don't really have consistent seasons.
So
And
I want
listen,
to ask,
we're talking, and they won 11 games. Still, they, the way things look, they're not going to win too many more than 11 games, in my opinion. So the
how do we
way
feel
things
about
are
resting?
offensively,
How do we feel about resting starters next Sunday? What do you think they should do?
I don't think we can afford to. I don't think we can afford to because the way this offense is, we're going to need 2 home games at the very least. We can't go on the road against, and think about it, we're going to have to go on the road against either San Fran, Seattle, or the Rams. Most likely, any of those West Coast teams. And we're not going to, the Rams are going to be ready for us. Yeah, we always beat the Rams. That's in the past.
And they
That,
it's
that
not
has
like they beat
nothing
them
to do that.
handedly. They beat
Right.
them handedly once last year.
That has nothing to do with what's going to happen in a couple of weeks. No, to your point, it seems like we always lose to the Seahawks in the playoffs. San Fran, listen, I don't want to see any of those teams, to be honest with you. But to your point, we can't afford to rest these guys um, and give up their number 2 seed. We need the number 2 seed. I do believe that. In order, if they're going to get to a Super Bowl, they're going to need the number 2 seed.
I
It's,
totally agree
it
with you,
will,
Troy. I don't even understand why this. And again, I work from home today. Probably had the radio on a little too much. I don't even know why this is like a thing. Like rest, like they need to play one just to like get in some kind of rhythm. And two, like if you're the number 2 seed, guess who you play? Beat up Green Bay instead of playing either San Francisco or the Rams. Like
Yep.
it's not like it's to me, it's not even a question. I know like these radio stations or these podcasts need something to talk about. So they're gonna talk about, oh, should they rest their star? To me, it's not even like a
No.
question. You
Nope.
have to play. Now, there might be opportunity to. I know Washington probably wants a little payback, but they might be thinking about Cancun at this point. But there's opportunity to kind of maybe rest like Landon Dickerson. Maybe you could rest, like some starters that are hurt. I know Schmitty wants to play. I'm sure AJ wants to play. The receivers want to play. Like they're going to play. Who's the Campbell, the linebacker? He needs some more reps. He played great yesterday, but he needs some more reps. So he needs to play. Like there's players that need to play, and then maybe you can rest some other starters. But for the most part,
Right.
like the core players should be out there, and they need to go for that number 2 seed. They really do. Like they can't afford to be number 3 and have San Francisco come here or have the Rams come here.
Right. You
And
want to
then
rest? If you want to rest, blow Washington out by 30 in the first half, and then
yes,
rush in the second half.
yeah,
That's how you rest.
that Troy. Yes, you need to like give a speech to the Eagles before the game. If you want to rest, that's what you need to do. That's the perfect answer.
That would
No,
be
I don't.
ideal.
That would not be ideal for Kevin Patullo if he's in the room
Or his family.
or his family. That would not be ideal.
Well, the
But-
Eagles definitely need a little help to get that number 2 seed. They also need the Bears to lose to the Lions, who have been eliminated from the playoffs, but might not mind this making
I
it tough
do-
on their division rival. Hopefully,
Speaking of the Bears, so it was. I don't know if you guys did you watch the game? That game, San Francisco and the Bears.
Yes, that was a great game. Great game.
Watching the Eagles play offense and then turning
Dude,
that
like,
game on.
I'm like, there's no way
It
they
wasn't
could
the
keep up
same
with these
sport.
guys. It was not.
It wasn't even the same sport. Like I'm like, wow, that's how an offense should look. And you cannot tell me
It was
the
like they were
Bears.
playing.
San Francisco has
like,
better
remember-
skill players than the Eagles.
It was like watching me and you play
well,
fourth
they have
and
one
inches
guy that's
against
better
each
than
other.
all of our guys.
Remember? Fourth and inches when we're just running up and down the field. That's
Yes.
what that game looked like.
Wait, who's that one guy?
Christian
Dude,
McCaffrey. You could argue AJ Brown, Christian McCaffrey. I mean,
What?
I don't want to argue that, but Christian
What'd you say,
McCaffrey's
Colby?
been in the MVP conversation before, so I'd give him the slight edge over our skill player, any of our skill players. Saquon, you know, this year, I would say this year, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
Is that
I would
crazy?
say this year also. No, that's not crazy. That's not crazy.
But I think both of those coaches of the Bears and San Francisco, you're seeing two coaches do more with less. Where our coach, and again, I give him credit for his record and getting up the team up for big game, but he seems to do less with more. And I don't understand it. It's not just Patullo. It's been going on for a while. And again, they have a great record. I feel weird kind of complaining about it. But just watching that game last night, I was like, my God, this is people like you can do this. You can throw the ball down the field and the other team can catch it. Like, and I'm not blaming Jalen. I thought Jalen, like, under the circumstances, he played well. He played okay.
I was
I
gonna
wish they
s-
would empty a little bit more. I wish he would have
I was
ran a
gonna
little bit more,
say-
maybe in the second half. Go ahead, no, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, like yeah, I'm gonna see those like Jalen Hurts won another game where he only had 100 yards and like didn't complete a pass.
No,
But I thought in the second half, like on the maybe couple plays that like maybe he had someone, like I thought he gave some good balls to him, like on that Devontae thing that should have been a catch.
Smitty.
There was another throw to Devontae. Like Devontae dropped it, but like it was a hard catch. But like that was a good ball as well. Like there wasn't much for him to do in the second half. But, maybe we're just gonna see he had 100 yards. They're just gonna troll again. Like I'm just
No,
Yeah, you can't listen to
Evan
him.
Patullo is just so like he's ruining my life. Like
look, I was online a lot today. It wasn't a lot of people. I don't think any was blaming Jalen for not playing well. Like
No, he
anyone who
did.
watched
He
that
played-
game,
he played-
we
anyone
might
who
be on
watched the game,
we might be
right,
on
you-
two different
maybe.
algorithms.
I feel like anybody who
Are you
said
saying
that,
people who watched that game thought Jalen played bad?
I don't know if they watch it or not. I'm just saying what I saw.
Okay, well, yeah, if they saw highlights,
yeah,
or saw him go 0
anybody
for 6 in the
who's
second half.
anybody who's saying that probably didn't watch the game. And it
Didn't
was
watch
like
the
a
game,
box score.
right?
Yeah, but
Just
either
looking
way,
at the
I'm
box
tired of there being even a box score to even like make fun of. Like, why is this happening?
because it's sports.
They won a
Right.
game. Relax.
No,
No,
I think he's saying
We should have
like,
lost. We
why-
deserve to
like-
lose.
We did.
We should have
we
lost.
we did deserve to lose.
We did deserve to.
We did deserve to lose.
Keep that same
Man,
energy.
Like I probably would have felt better about this game if we lost 30-26.
Yep. I'm like, okay, yeah, these lost to a better team. Blah blah blah. Defense had a bad game.
Right. And then
It's not-
even going into the game, I was like, this is not a must-have game. Like if we're in the third seed, then we're in the third seed. But I was just like, whatever with this game. But the way it played out, again, it's like
Oh,
it just sticks in my craw.
Yeah, I agree.
and I was gonna say, like them. I was talking like, should they rest starters or something? Like, I don't really care about it for the seeding part, but like, this team needs still like isn't like they still haven't figured out like what they want to do yet. And there's 1 week left in the season. Like, they don't have the luxury of like
Yeah.
resting anyone.
yeah, got to
It
get
seems
that
like they
fourth
still
win.
need reps.
Got to
No,
definitely
I
get
agree
that
with
fourth
you.
win in a row to end the year.
I agree with you, Noah. But this team, like, who would you rather play? Green Bay, or the Rams, or San
Niners.
Francisco?
San Francisco, yeah, and that
I
would
would
be
probably San Francisco.
even a
out of
question.
all of them,
Who?
the Niners.
over the Packers.
You know why? Because you don't Yeah, because he doesn't have any San Francisco 49er fans. He
Oh,
has
'cause of
Packer
Ian?
fans
No, no,
that
no.
he'll have to deal with.
I hate that. One, I hate the Niners. I want to beat them.
That's a good point, Troy.
I
Okay, I
hate
like
the
that.
Niners. I want to beat them. Two, their defense is terrible. Three, like the Packers and the Rams, like
And
they both of them
What-
want to beat us so badly that
Noah, can I ask
they
you a
might
The
question?
do
other
it. Like,
the
Everybody,
other
I
team's
feel
To your
like, wants
defense
second
to
doesn't
point,
matter,
beat
Troy.
Noah,
Noah.
Noah, to your listen to your second point. How many bad defenses did we play this year? "Quote unquote" bad.
The Bills,
I don't
the
like who.
Bears, the
Those aren't a
Giants.
bad
The
defense.
Giants,
They have a bad
the
run
Cowboys,
defense.
The Bears are a
Cowboys,
bad defense.
Okay,
the Bears. The Bears are you. If you watch
but
how the
I don't
49ers
think the
ran up and down
Niners.
that field, the Niners have a bad defense too, right?
I don't
But
think
guess
the
what?
Niners are like that much
Against
better of a
us,
team. Than,
against us, they're gonna look like the '90 Eagles.
Yes.
They're gonna
okay,
look
I
like
don't.
the
I think
2000
that
and what one Ravens.
Yes. That's what it's gonna
But
look like.
but the Bears and the
Yeah.
Giants did beat us even with a bad defense.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
what I
that
mean. That's
the
exactly what I
They're
mean.
gonna look like the '86 Bears.
I think the Packers have a better quarterback, and their offense scares me even a little more.
Every
Really?
team
Better
looks
quarterback
like
than
the
who?
Than the
'86
Bears?
Bears when they play us.
And the Bears or the
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 Niners
Niners?
and the Bears.
Really?
Both of them.
is this the same what quarterback you call the worst
Wait.
quarterback in the league and he's about to win MVP?
Jordan-
Bo Nix?
You guys think? You
Bo
guys think
Nix.
Brock Purdy and is better than Jordan Love? I can see Caleb, like
Yes.
kind of.
Absolutely.
Caleb has like the potential to be better than him. Like, yeah, but I don't think he's better than him right now. I'm not saying
Purdy
he's
just
lower.
threw 5 touchdowns yesterday.
Okay, stats are amazing. Like I could, like I don't care. So what?
He's better. Didn't he go to Super Bowl? Am I missing something? Did he go to Super Bowl?
I think that Caleb Williams is a
That if you
Over-
watch,
Put your hands
if
up.
you watch, if you
I'm
watch
watching
Brock
the game.
Purdy
That's-
in,
When we had your boys on, I told him I didn't like Jordan Love. He looked too much like you. You remember that?
And the only time you ever watch Jordan Love play is against the Eagles, and when we own him for sure. Jordan Love is a better quarterback.
Then why would you want to play the Packers then if we own him?
I didn't say I don't want to play the Packers. I said I would rather play that. I said
He
I
wants to
said I
beat the
don't care.
Niners.
I said I don't care about seeding, and I don't care like who we play.
Lower your voice.
No,
Lower
Noah's
your
ready
voice.
to
Lower
rock
your voice.
against anybody. He's ready to take the
Like
field.
I just
lace
want
up
this
the
team.
cleats.
This team needs to play.
How?
All I said is they need to
Put
play.
Noah in the slot. Put him in the slot.
How?
All I said is they need
With
to
this-
play because they need to get better. Like they're not good
I
enough.
agree with that. I agree with that.
That's all I said.
But I think seeding does matter. I agree with you, Noah, but I think seeding does matter. They should be fighting to play Green Bay.
But we're gonna have to play either. We're gonna have to play either of them anyways. I don't care when it is.
Yeah, but I would much rather play one of them at home than away.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that too.
I don't think home or away really matters. Like we just boxed the Bills at their home stadium.
Yeah,
It
tell the
doesn't
Rams
matter.
that when it was snowing in Philadelphia last year.
Okay, tell the Rams that when Saquon had 300 yards against them in their own stadium. Tell that when
It's a good
like
point. We blew
does
them
that
out
matter?
in broad daylight, sunny weather. So I
Let me
mean,
ask you a question. Would you rather play Seattle in Seattle
when-
or Seattle
when
in
did-
Philly? Noah, would you rather play them in Seattle or Philly?
like probably Philly, but either way, I don't really care.
Okay,
We're good.
then
he's ready to
listen,
rock
you-
either
you-
way. He's
you
ready to
answered the
go.
question. That means we need the
Put
number.
him
Like
in the
I would
slot.
That's all.
prefer, but it's like it's not. Oh my god, like we need the second seed, like, or we're not gonna do anything.
We
Noah's
need
trying to
second
run
seed
a
or we won't do
fade.
anything.
That's the mentality that we need. That's the mentality that's gonna win us the Super Bowl. Right. That was awesome, Noah. And speaking of Super Bowls, that is the path that the Eagles are trying to get to. We're gonna head to halftime of our Super Bowl on this episode. Noah, you got a question for us on this halftime?
Yeah, I was
Who's
gonna
that,
ask. So I watch UFC a lot. Like that's I don't know if I mentioned that on here. I watch UFC a lot, and UFC has officially stepped away from ESPN, so they're not doing pay-per-view anymore. Now to watch like all their events, you need a Paramount Plus account, and it's just like the
Mhm.
base account for like $5 a month or whatever, how much it is.
We
maybe
have
like
it.
$10.
Yeah, we do have that.
So you only need that to watch all the events. And I just want to ask you guys about like how do you guys I don't know if you guys watch any like pay-per-view things or like You guys watch
Is Paramount
fighting
Plus
or other things that
sponsoring this
on?
podcast?
Yeah. Yeah, we watch
I feel like it's
UFC.
always a struggle
I just
to
want to,
stream.
yeah,
for
like
me.
I personally, I always watch the legal websites. Like I don't care who hears this. Like I'm not paying $100
Right.
to watch something like watch for free. I just want to know how you guys feel about like pay-per-view or anything. Like if you guys like that they're moving on to like companies are moving on to more like Netflix and stuff. Like Netflix has a bunch of boxing stuff nowadays. Like they had Canelo and Crawford, they had all these
You
Jake
know
Paul
what? I
fights.
don't. Yeah, you know what? I don't. I kind of like it. I guess. Like, growing up, Chuck, and you can attest to this. Like
I was just about to
a
go there,
big
Troy.
boxing match, a big boxing match was on ABC
Yeah.
every
Really?
time. We paid for nothing.
Mhm.
It was free. We watched every major boxing match we could watch for free. Just turn on the television. It would be on ABC.
Yeah.
Saturdays you always had a type of boxing group of boxing matches going on, and it was great. But like them going to Netflix now, yeah, I don't mind. I have a Netflix account, so yeah, why not? I wouldn't pay
And
extra for it.
also,
Like I
I,
would listen, if I didn't have a Netflix account, I'm not going to get one just because they have boxing now. That's not the case.
Unless
Or
unless I
fighting, I'm not doing
really
that shit.
unless I really like a boxer or a UFC fighter, yeah, I don't think I. Because there have been times when I was really into like Amanda Nunez and Stephen Thompson. He's one of my favorite UFC fighters. Unless he had a big fight, I probably wouldn't pay for it.
Like I'd much rather go to Buffalo Wild Wings and watch it there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not paying
To
for it.
answer your question, Noah, like I think it goes either way. I think when having a streaming service, you can at least you have the option to watch it whenever you want. So if you miss it and you're already paying the subscription, you can still watch it whenever you want. And I think long term paying instead of like paying $100 for one time, paying, let's say you're for Netflix, what it's like 12, $15 a month. You know what I mean? It's $150, let's say. If you're paying $12 a month, let's if you round it up, but it's $150 for the year, and you get as many fights as you can when streamed. So I feel like it's a better value. But I would never go to Buffalo Wild Wings to watch a pay-per-view because Buffalo Wild Wings is mid and they're not paying us. So I have no problem saying
yeah,
that.
we give them some free. We give them some free
Okay.
advertisements in this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't
Buffalo Wild
mind.
Wings
Yeah.
is not mid. No,
Get
Buffalo
Buffalo
Wild
Wild
Wings is
Wings.
trash.
Buffalo Wild
Get-
Wings, Paramount
Buffalo
It's
Plus,
trash.
Wild Wings. I would
Netflix.
go
They're
to
all
an
giving them
establishment.
free.
I
I
would
don't
go
think
to an
it's trash. I just
establishment
think
that
it's
is showing a fight and do it. Or, like Noah said, I'll stream it illegally. I don't have a problem doing that shit.
I just
I
think
don't.
it's cool
I don't.
because
Go, baby
What?
brother.
I just think it's
I,
cool because compared to the like to watch like all the numbered cards, like they have like a monthly like not like they'll have like fight nights that are like free on ESPN or whatever, but they'll have like a monthly like numbered card like UFC. I forgot what number they're on right now, like 330 something. I don't remember. The cost to watch all that in a year was like $1,000 if you wanted, but now like with the subscription, it's only like 100 like to watch all of them.
That's cool. It should get a lot more popular. Me personally, I
It's more
watch so many
accessible.
sports, I don't think I could fit it in. It would be overload for me. I got too much.
I don't know. I only really watch football and Sixers, so I like fighting. I've been watching like that for like 2 years now.
this quickly for me. Understand what you're saying about the illegal streaming, but I do like the fact it's almost a la carte now. When me and Troy were growing up, we had to whatever the network decided to show us, we had to watch. We didn't really have an option. But I do feel like I'm living in Connecticut and I'm still close enough. I'm still able to like follow my teams. This is a quick little story. When I went to college at Seton Hall University, which is not that far from where we grew up, Troy, right?
About an hour or so.
Yeah. But you know what I had to do? If the Sixers were playing on, I don't know, like a Friday night, I didn't know, and I didn't know if they won or lost. I had to wait to the next morning to get a newspaper to see if they won the game. If that newspaper, if the game didn't go too long and the newspaper had it, sometimes they didn't have it. And I would like to call like my mom or my dad and say, "Did the Sixers win?" I didn't
Wait a
know,
minute.
but
With
now like
Sports
I'm
Center,
able
Sports
to live in
Center.
Connecticut, and I'm able to get Philadelphia sports live. I can watch it on my phone. It's just, if you would have told me this when I was in college, at some point, Chuck, you'll be able to watch the Sixers, the Phillies, the Eagles, Big Five, the Flyers on your phone. I was like, get out of here. That's crazy talk. That's witchcraft.
Yeah, Dad. Didn't you talk
So
about
I do like the
seeing?
fact I'm able to do that stuff. What's that?
I was gonna ask my dad. Didn't you talk about watching Michael Jordan on Sports Center in college? Like in your dorm or whatever?
See, he had cable. I didn't have cable in college.
He had cable. Yeah, I had cable at my school, so I was able to watch. I was able to watch the Sixers, and I went to school down near Atlantic City, so
So that
it
was,
was more Philadelphia stations, some New York
yeah,
stations.
I was more New York. We got more New York
Right.
stations. So
Gotcha.
I knew if the Knicks won, but I didn't know if the Sixers won.
Right.
It was weird. I used to drive like maybe 30 minutes south to listen to a Phillies game. I remember I was dating a girl and she thought I was cheating on her because I don't think I was doing. I was just driving somewhere so I can pick up the game on my car radio. Not kidding. So
She thought you were
having
lying
these-
about going to watch the Phillies.
yeah, she's like, what?
Chuck
like,
is
what are you doing?
always lying.
She was like,
Why
what are
you
you doing?
always
You go to driving
She didn't know
listen to a
you.
baseball game?
That's good. That's good. It didn't work out. She definitely didn't know you. That's good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so anyway, I like having
yeah.
the options. Even if I have to pay for them, I like having options because I grew up at a time where I didn't know. Same thing with the Eagles. When I moved to Massachusetts, Troy, if the Eagles are playing, I didn't know. You know how I found they were? I had to sit through Chris Berman and Tom. What's the black guy's name with Tom when they did like the prime time? Tom Jackson.
Tom Jackson.
I had to sit through them, listen to like them do the highlights, and when they finally said, "Oh, the Eagles won," so
the anticipation had to be awesome.
I didn't know if I wouldn't know if they won or not. There was no way to find out. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but that's how I was living.
That's great. That's great. I can
So
count them.
I like the options. I like the options we have today. That I can kind of do a la carte of stuff I want to watch. Even if I would pay a little bit of a premium for it, I don't mind.
All right, so Chuck's in on the premium for UFC.
I don't mind, yeah, because I just grew up at a time where it wasn't even
I'm out.
available.
I'm out.
I'm out. I might be independent.
We have the
fighter. Stephen
technology.
Thompson has a big fight. I'll tune in. But speaking of the Sixers, guys, we're gonna talk about them a little bit. Sixers are on a 3-game losing streak at the moment after losing to the Thunder. That's right, losing to the NBA champs. Kind of reeling a little bit, 16-14. You know, Tyrese Maxey had one of the worst games I've seen him play recently. And yeah, things just aren't looking too good for them right now. What's going on with the Sixers? What do you guys have to say about their outlook? They play again tomorrow night. What do you think is going on with the team? What do they need to fix and do better?
Let me say something, and this is something relates to something Troy had mentioned in a previous podcast. Do you guys know who leads the Sixers in usage rate? And people who listen to the podcast, if you don't know what usage rate is when in basketball is when the possession ends with you. So that's either by a shot, if you miss or make it, it doesn't matter. An assist, a turnover. When the possession ends with you, that's your usage rate. Who do you think leads the Sixers in that?
Quentin Grimes?
Usage rate percentage.
Is it Quentin Grimes?
Nope.
Max?
It's usually the best player. It's usually the best player. So who
I would assume it was
like
Max.
Luka probably leads the league in usage rate. SGA,
and B was always up.
Joker
Joker
should beat
usage rate.
What's that?
And B was always a high usage player. Like his usage rate was high. I would assume this year is Maxi. You want to tell me that's wrong?
You would think so, but it is still Embiid. He
Really?
leads the Sixers in usage rate. My point is, the team, when Embiid's out there, Maxey is so like differential to him. When Embiid's in the game, they should be playing like they were playing when he was out of the game. But having him in the game, it should free Maxey up even more because the team has to worry about Embiid. But they seem to be running the offense through Embiid instead of running it through Maxey. And when you watch these games, it's like, what are we doing? Like
So
that's
Chuck, it's a great point. I'm watching the game the other night against Chicago, and after the game, it just hit me. I was like, Maxey's still playing off of Embiid, and it should be the opposite now.
correct.
Embiid should definitely be playing off of Maxey. But
Correct.
I think that dynamic is going to take time on the court. I think everyone knows at this point in time that, Maxey's the future of the Sixers, but Embiid is still Embiid offensively. He can still listen.
Troy,
I'm not saying he's the
he should
exact
be a
same player. I
decoy.
get Chuck. I totally agree with you. But that's going to take time for that dynamic to happen. And they've only played how many games have they played together? 10?
I do know having Paul George, Maxey, and Embiid in the same game, they're 0 for 4.
Yeah, but listen, you have to dig deep on that one. They're 0-4. They had that one loss against Atlanta that was in double
That was their
overtime,
first game together.
and I don't think Embiid and Paul George played more than 19 minutes apiece. Like they barely played in the second half. So, I mean, like
Did you
they're 0-4, but they only played 4 games together. I mean, it's that to me that stat is like whatever. Like when it's 0-20, then color me concerned. But at 0-4, I'm just like nah. And half the time, those guys weren't even on the floor for half the game. So I'm like, nah, that means nothing to me.
I do like I'm surprised, almost shocked of the patient Troy. I'm not used to that. Showing some patience with the Sixers.
He
But I'll take it.
has to. The Eagles are driving him nuts.
Did you guys watch
I'm-
the San Antonio Oklahoma City game on Christmas?
Yeah,
You did.
So
I watched it.
what stood out to you about that game?
About that game?
What stood out
Or
for me
about
was
San
Wemby came
Antonio?
off the bench. Wemby came off the bench again.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing Embiid should be doing on, like, I call it the Marshall plan for Troy Marshall when he says, hey, on back-to-backs, how about we just play him? He just comes off the bench and he just plays like 10 minutes. They're doing something similar with Wemby. But their offense didn't really they were winning without him. And they didn't really, he came in a game. He was just complimentary and not like the center of attention on that team. Now he's going to be. He's younger. He's going to get better. I just think the Sixers should play similar to that instead of like, okay, Embiid's in the game. Let's just dump it into him and have him figure it out. Instead of playing fast with Maxey and using Embiid as a decoy.
I completely.
No, you're really quiet. No, I want to hear your thoughts. Go ahead, Troy. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead, Noah.
Go ahead, Drew.
We're doing a podcast. I'm
You
talking
guys-
about your favorite player.
Listen, I agree. I agree with you what you're saying. I just think that dynamic is going to take time. I just think it's going to take time. That's all.
I think the Spurs play a really good brand of basketball, and they're probably better. I know they're well coached, but they do a better job than Nick Nurse does. I think our offense is. I hate
Trash.
our offense. I think our offense is
It's
trash.
trash.
They don't run anything. They don't run anything.
If the Sixers don't go to the Marshall plan, Nick Nurse
and listen,
and
Maury.
they're gonna get fired.
Yeah,
they are.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. Listen, the Sixers could have beat the Bulls if he taken Grimes out and just put in Barlow in the fourth quarter. Seriously.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I know he doesn't want to play Barlow because he doesn't stress the floor or whatever, but you have to look at the game that's being played at the very moment and recognize that, okay, Grimes is giving me nothing. He's out there like a lost chicken without a head. And Barlow can come in here and grab rebounds that we weren't grabbing. There was a possession where the Bulls got like 4 offensive rebounds, and it was a key possession late in the game.
Yeah.
It was like a 1 or 2 point game, and you let them get 4 offensive rebounds. Like they deserve to lose that game.
Yeah.
But like coaching, dude, just recognize Grimes doesn't have tonight. Grimes is that guy. And Kobe, I know he drives you crazy. And Kobe says, I will, for the life of me, I will never understand Quentin Grimes because he will do the most boneheaded thing, and then the next 3 possessions drop like 12 points, right? Like
But
just crazy stuff. But but the coach has to recognize he's the type of player, recognize early. If he doesn't have it, he does not get 20 minutes. He barely should be getting 15 minutes if he doesn't have it.
yeah,
And you got to pull him.
yeah. But you don't give him grace. I know you're now the patient Troy. You don't
Give who
give
grace?
Nick Nurse. The lineup has been so just disjointed. Injuries,
Chuck,
injury
I
management.
he's a coach, dude. Like
he doesn't have a solid rotation.
If he's losing
he
games,
should
that's
have
fine.
he should
But it's
have
how they
a
look.
rotation. Yeah, correct, Kobe. Yes, perfect point. It's how they look. Like losing games is one thing, but it's how they look. To me, he should already have in his mind whenever whoever's available, how his lineups should be. And then based on how the game is going, he can go to a plan B. But for me, it's like he has a plan A and he's just sticking with his plan A. The only time I've seen him deviate is with Drummond. Like he'll recognize if Drummond is not playing well, he may not play in the second half. But I need him to do the same thing with damn near everybody. Everybody not named Maxey and VJ. He does it with McCain. He does it with Drummond. He does it with Justin Edwards. Like you have to do the same thing with the other guys too, because listen, a lot of times when Grimes is out there, he's losing possessions. He's
I
losing
agree.
you a games.
I agree in the Bulls game. I like he just got pulled, but there's times where like he must turn to the bench if someone doesn't have it. Turns to the bench, and there's a lot of people in street clothes. Like there's no option for him to go to.
That's listen. Like I said, Barlow, he seems to get his playing time in the first half. He'll play a good stint in the third quarter, and then we may never see him again in the second half. Walker
Speaking of
doesn't play. Walker doesn't play much in the second half. And these guys do the dirty work that every other team seems to have and they employ at will, but we don't. So
It's so weird. You see a
speaking of
bunch of
Barlow and Walker, does anyone know at some point their
it's
contracts need to
coming
be
up.
converted to
Yeah, I think
standard
they
contract?
both right. So they have what is it, 50 games a piece? Like they have a limit
Is
of
that the
50
total?
NBA games. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, and then their contracts have to be um
Converted to like a standard contract,
converted.
right?
Right. So
Could
if it's
they
me, I'm probably they can't do both. I don't know if they can do both. Or unless they get rid of Kyle Lowry or Eric Gordon. If they get rid of Eric
so they have
Gordon, they
to
can do both.
they have
They have to
to
drop
open up a
somebody.
roster spot?
Yes. Yes. Which
Could
I hope they
Barlow or
do.
Walker be like if they don't like the contract, could they be like, no, I don't take it, and then would they go to the G League?
No. It's a good question.
I
I don't
mean, they
know.
might take
I
the
don't know
money,
the
but I
answer
don't
to
know.
that.
They're playing well.
Listen, if it's a standard NBA contract, why wouldn't they take it?
Well, if let's say Daryl offers them like the league minimum, and they're like, you know what, their agent's like, you know what, I think you can get more than that if you're a free
Then yeah,
agent.
then they will go down to the G League.
They go to the G League. Okay.
They go to the G League then. That's why I don't think they would do that. I don't think that's a big risk because you go down to the G League and you get injured or something like that. That's a huge risk.
Yeah. Speaking of injuries, does anyone have an update on Kelly Oubre? And what would our record be if Kelly Oubre was playing right now?
It would be better. I have to admit.
Would be
Like, there
better.
are games I'm watching. I'm like, damn, I miss Kelly Oubre right now.
Who would have thought we'd
And
be
his
saying
crazy
that?
ass.
Who would have thought? Who would have
Dude,
thought?
Anything to not watch.
Kelly's a man.
Anything to watch. Not watch Grimes dribble 900 miles an hour.
He's so, I don't understand it. I don't remember that last year. Like, he's so fast. Like, he has to shoot the ball so quick. It's bananas.
Like, you know how you can speed up videos? He plays on like the ×10 option.
Yep,
He does.
he does.
But someone who has been playing in control for the most of the year has been Tyrese Maxey. It came out today that Maxey is number 2 in the East for the fan returns of the All-Star voting. And tomorrow,
So
guys,
overall, or just number 2 guards, or number 2 overall?
Number
the
2
number
overall.
2 player in the East.
Oh wow, who's number
No,
1?
So
Um,
I don't know if you know, Troy. I think they're just doing one. Like, they're just doing a total. They're not doing by positions anymore.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So who's number 1?
Giannis.
Doncic leads everyone.
Well, Giannis is in
Right
the
now.
East.
Oh, Giannis, that was number 1 in the East.
Yeah.
Giannis is number 1 in the East.
Okay.
Yeah. And Giannis
LeBron
will
is
be number
like-
2 overall.
LeBron's like 12th.
Yeah, but tomorrow it's the 3-for-1 day, so your vote counts for 3. So keep that in mind. So let's make sure we
I don't-
spam Tyrese Maxey as a starter.
I don't
gets that?
believe that LeBron deserves to be in the All-Star game.
I'm just saying the brother 12th. That's all. I'm just
I don't think he should be 12.
I'm just telling you. I'm just mentioning that.
He'll
Jordan
make
was
it.
5th, and he doesn't play anymore.
LeBron can never.
I do have a question for you and Kobe, though. It's more of a you, Troy. It's the college basketball thing again. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I
Yeah,
know we were
UNLV
young,
UNLV Running Rebels or the Michigan Wolverines? I'm taking UNLV.
what year?
Is that what,
80,
was that your
89
question?
Michigan? 89
No,
Michigan?
the 92, the Fab 5 Michigan against Larry Johnson
Oh.
and the boys.
That'd be a
I'm
good.
taking
that'd be a good game.
UNLV.
I
Taking
would take
UNLV
UNLV.
every day.
Yeah.
What was your question?
I guess it's more for you, Troy, because we were young. Kobe doesn't remember this. Tyler Hansborough or James Worthy. Why are you even thinking?
As an
Why are you even
overall-
thinking
as
this?
a North Carolina player?
Yes.
What are you even into
Because
right now?
Tyler Hansborough has broken North Carolina records.
Because
Like,
he
he
stayed
wasn't
there.
the talent.
Worthy
wasn't the
chose just like
talent.
LeBron.
Listen, Worthy came
Guys,
out-
that doesn't
Why,
impress
Chuck?
me.
Worthy
When
played-
people say to stay
Worthy
longer,
played 3
that's on them.
years.
Chuck, he played
Worthy-
3
Worthy
seasons.
played 3
So
years.
Tyler played 1 more year.
But I'm saying, Tyler Hansborough
But-
was he like a 6-year senior?
He played 4
he wasn't
years.
one of those guys. He played 4 years, and like the
That
records were
doesn't
being
impress
broken
me.
by his
When
third
people
year.
stay, if they
Listen.
decide to stay, that's on them. If LeBron decide to stay until he's 50, that's on him. Doesn't make him the greatest
All
player
right,
of all
Listen,
time.
can I just
We're
tell you
talking-
something
are
to
we-
put this in perspective? Tyler Hansborough's freshman season alone was better than any of Worthy's seasons at North Carolina.
Get out of here.
Just understand that. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Troy.
It was. But are you asking me who's a better Tar Heel or who's a better college basketball player?
Who's a better Tar Heel?
Better Tar Heel is probably Tyler Hansborough.
What?
Yeah. I'm just being honest. He's not a better
Yeah.
basketball player, but he was a better Tar Heel.
North
Like
Carolina Tar Heel.
he was really effective.
Worthy didn't even win a NC. He
Phil
never won a
Ford is
Yes,
championship.
he
rolling
did. Yes,
over in
he
his
did.
grave right
Yes,
now.
he did. Chuck, listen, before you say anything, son, you got to know your history. He did. He was the MOP, most outstanding player in a
No, I
championship.
said
He was
didn't
on the
win a
court with
national
Patrick
championship.
Ewing and Michael Jordan, and he was the
What'd
best
you
player
say?
on the court.
I said he didn't win a national championship.
Yes, he did.
Yes, and you got to listen to me. He was the
Oh, I'm
most
sorry.
outstanding player in a championship game.
With Michael
Sorry,
Jordan
yeah, you're
and
right.
Patrick Ewing on the same floor.
Yes,
Anyway,
he was.
he's still not better than Hansborough. Sorry. Try again. Pick another guy. Come back next week.
Listen, He's a
It
better
was nice having
basketball
you.
talent. He's a better basketball talent, son. He
Yes,
just
yes, I
didn't have
agree
a
with
better
that.
Tar Heel career.
There are plenty of guys with more talent than Hansbrough.
I
Most
saw
players have more talent than Hansbrough.
an interview with James Worthy. It was pretty interesting. He said he almost, I guess Dominique is from North Carolina too, and he said if
Yeah.
Dominique had chose North Carolina, that
Right.
Worthy said he would have went to UNLV. No, I'm sorry, he would have went to UCLA to play. But Dominique chose Georgia.
Yeah, and
He went
I
to North
forgot
Carolina.
why he chose Georgia. He has a story about why he chose Georgia over North Carolina at the time. It was a very interesting story too.
Oh, really?
I think it
Okay,
had
I
something to
gotta
do with
maybe
his
find
uncle or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good. And he was telling me how he went to visit Michigan State, and Magic picked him up from the airport in like this fancy car. And Magic was like, "Yeah, you got to come to Michigan State. We can do great things." Blah blah blah. And Worthy turned to Magic. He said, "Magic, I already heard you're leaving, so don't even try it." He said, "I only came here like to show respect to you and the coach." So yeah, it was a good interview. I'll take Worthy, by the way.
No, that's fair. That's fine.
I don't think. Do you think Tyler Hansbrough would
I'm-
even get in that game against Georgetown against North Carolina? Would he even
Yeah.
play in that
Hell
game?
yeah. Hell
Get
yeah.
out of here, Troy.
Dude, let me tell you something.
When Tyler
Who's not
Hansbrough,
playing in that game if Tyler Hansborough was on that team? Matt
Dude.
Doherty is not getting in that game.
That's Michael Jordan's
Okay?
best friend.
I don't
That's
care.
Michael Jordan's
He's
best
not
friend.
playing in that game. He's taking every last single minute from Matt Doherty.
You're
And
probably
then
right.
some.
You're probably right. Yeah, that's a rough one. Great game though. And Kobe, know you hit North Carolina history. Watch that game. That's a great game.
which one?
Great game.
Georgetown.
I showed no. You probably
Carolina.
remember this. During the pandemic, they were playing a lot, so they took college basketball off the air. Remember, and so they showed a lot of older games, and it was North Carolina against Georgetown. And I said, "No, let's watch this game." No, watched like 2 minutes of it, and he was like, "Why don't they have 3-point line in the game?" They never do.
Like, why are you lying?
What? No, you did say that.
No, I didn't.
You did. You was like, "There's no 3-point line."
But I would have
Like,
known that there
what?
was no 3-point line back then.
What's that? There was no 3-pointers.
But I would have known that.
You would have known that?
Yeah.
You didn't know because you asked me why. And I was like, well, they have 3-pointers. Sorry, I'm sorry.
So to get this right, your all-time starting five is yourself, my dad, Kelly Oubre, Derek Queen, Derek Alston, and you're bringing James Worthy off the bench.
Eric.
Got it. Got
Scottie
it. And Michael
Pippen
Jordan
Jr.
is the coach.
Scottie
That's about right,
Pippen
yes.
Jr.
That's about right.
You were a big Sharon Wright fan too, weren't you?
I did. He was baby Elijah.
Sharon.
Baby Elijah one? Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God.
I had some stinkers in there.
You had some real stinkers in there.
Well,
And hold up. Derek Queen's not one of them, though. He's a real deal. And listen, first of all, I think it's a
One
misconception.
more thing.
It's a misconception. I wouldn't pick Derek Queen over VJ. If the Sixers, they kept the third pick, I wanted them to pick VJ if they kept the third pick. What I wanted the Sixers to do was to trade down, get additional assets, and then pick Derek Queen. However, if they stayed at 3, which they did, I wanted them to take VJ.
well,
But I think Derek Queen would be a star.
I'm on record for saying I wanted them to take Ace Bailey, so I'm glad the Sixers didn't list any of us. They got VJ at home.
That's true.
And looking forward to seeing him play the rest of the season and hopefully see the Sixers get it together. But until that happens, guys, we will log off for now, ending this edition of the Cheesesteaks and Takes podcast show. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Follow us on our social media handles. Stay tuned for our recap of the last week of the regular season. We made it, guys. We did 17
We made
weeks
it. Who
That's
knew?
awesome.
of this.
That's awesome. By the way, the games
We
are
outside.
at 25 on Sunday.
Hold on, what?
Both games. The games. Eagles game, Chicago Bears game. They're both at
come on at
4:25
the same
Sunday.
time.
Oh, okay.
So ideally,
same time.
we blow them out. We get word that the Bears are losing. We get to sit our starters. Hopefully.
That's the plan.
Hopefully. Well, we'll see what happens. But until then, guys, take it easy. Have a great week. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2026.
Happy.